We are back once again on all our enlightenment video. On this video is about the designated share capital for different categories of companies registration. When you want to register a limited liability company, even PLC as well, right? There's a share capital that you need to meet. That's the requirement to register for that company. So the last video we brought to you on CAC pre and post incorporation, we enlighten you that company registration has what we call share capital. And the general one that's well known is the 1 million share capital. But there are some like banks, like some Bureau de Change, microfinance bank, and HMO, all those registration of business have a particular share capital that anyone that is going into that line of business must meet that requirement of share capital. Otherwise, that registration will not be granted. So in this video, we will be sharing with you the share capital for each respective company registration, and it's for both limited liability company and for public liability company. And by the way, limited liability company, that's LTD, are companies that their shares are not quoted on the stock of exchange on the floor, while the PLC are the companies that the shares are quoted on the floor of the stock exchange. So that's the difference between the two different company registration. So as you can see here now, we'll be sharing with you. So this is for Corporate Affairs Commission. So if you at all you want to register that business successfully with CAC, you must meet up with this share capital. So minimum share capital for designated companies. So come along with me in this video. So we are Tozon Consulting. We are a professional consulting firm, audit accounting firm. So you can reach out to us on all your business compliances, both CAC, post and pre-incorporation, accounting services, audit services, tax services, business development services, technology, right? Implementing technology for accounting software, training, and different business compliances that your business requires to stay compliant. So the first one, you can see from the table, we have up to 72. Yes, it's 72 this is based on CAC. It is from CAC. We have the serial number, the type of company, the minimum share capital, minimum you must meet up with, then the justification for it. So the first one here, you can see if you are going into all this type of business, issuing house, we look at it, the minimum share capital is 200 million. Then broker/dealer, 300 million share capital. Trustee, you can see 300 million. Fund/portfolio manager, 150 million. The stockbroker, 200 million. Stock dealer, 100 million. Corporate investment advisor, the registrar, you must have 150 million share capital to register that business successfully with CAC. Then number 8, we have corporate investment dealer, 5 million. Individual investment advisor, 2 million. Market advisor, 2 billion share capital. Consultant, that is partnership, is 2 million. Consultant that is individual, 500 million share capital. Consultant that is corporate is 5 million. Underwriter is 200 million. Venture capital manager, 20 million share capital. Then we have commodities broker, 400 million share capital. Then we have capital trade point, 20 million. We have rating agency, 150 million. Corporate / sub broker is 5 million. Asset management, that's for intangible assets, is 300 million share capital. And the justification for all these categories is that Security and Exchange Commission guidelines on new minimum share capital for market operators. So that is the justification for all this share capital, which any business owner, any entrepreneur must be able to meet to register for these categories of business. Then in continuation, we have commercial bank with regional authorization is 10 billion share capital. So this is based on CBN scope and standards commercial regulations of 2020. So remember that banks are regulated by Central Bank of Nigeria, and they must be able to meet the requirements of that industry, of that sector, of that line of business. Then we have commercial bank with national authorization is 25 billion. And we have commercial bank with international authorization is 50 billion. So remember that this year, CBN has reviewed an upward review of all banks' minimum share capital to 50 billion for those that have international authorization. And that's why you see that many banks are merging so that they'll be able to meet up with that minimum share capital of 50 billion. Then in continuation, we have Merchant Bank, 15 billion. Then we have Payment Solution Services as permissible under super agent, PTS, and SSP combined. That's 250 million. This is based on CBN scope, conditions, and minimum standard for merchant banks regulation 2 of 2010. So that's the justification for it. Then we have super agents, that is agent requirements, equipment management, and other activity as specified in the regulatory framework for licensing super agents in Nigeria. So their own share capital is 50 million. Then payment terminal service provider, that's PTSP, and then POS terminal deployment and services, POS terminal ownership, PTAD, merchant / agent training and support is 100 million share capital. So this is based on CBN guideline on licensing framework / categorization for the Nigeria payment system of 2020. Then we have payment solution service provider, that's PSSP, that those that are processing payments gateway and portal, payment solution / application development, merchant service, and aggregation and collection is 100 million. Then we have mobile money operation, e-money, issuing, wallet creation, and management and pool is 2 billion share capital. It's 2 billion share capital. Then we have switching and processing, that is switching card processing transaction, clearing and settlement agent services, non-bank acquiring services activities as permissible under super agents, that's PTSP and PSSP. Their share capital is 2 billion. Then we have Unit Microfinance Bank. Those one that is under tier 1 is 20 million share capital. So Unit Microfinance Bank. Then we have Unit Microfinance Bank Tier 2 is 50 million share capital. Then we have Microfinance Bank that is state within the state and federal capital territories, 1 billion share capital. Then we have Microfinance Bank that have national outlook all over the nation, is 5 billion share capital. So this is based on CBN regulations. Then we have Primary Mortgage Institution, is 2 billion share capital. Then we have finance companies, 20 million share capital. Bureau de change, we all know Bureau de change, those that you can buy foreign currency from, convert your foreign currency. So their own share capital is 35 million share capital. So if you are going into this line of business, just take note of this share capital. Then we have non-interest bank that is regional. Their share capital is 5 billion. Then we have non-interest bank that is national, is 10 billion share capital. So all this is based on CBN regulations for all these businesses. Then in continuation, we have insurance broker is 5 million share capital. So this is Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers Act of 2023. So that's the justification for it. Then we have life insurance. Their own is 8 billion share capital. So this is based on National Insurance Commission revised regulation of 2019. Now remember, all these things are being reviewed from time to time to be able to meet up with the current standard and the way the economy is changing, the global economy and markets, everything is changing, and all these changes must be able to meet up with the current changes in the world at large. So we have general insurance is 10 billion. Then we have composite insurance is 18 billion. Then general insurance is 10 billion. Composite insurance is 18 billion, as I've said earlier on. So this is based on National Insurance Commission revised regulation of 2019. Then we have reinsurance is 20 billion. We have unit micro insurer is 40 million. This is based on guidelines for micro insurance operation in Nigeria Act of 2018. Then we have state micro insurer is 100 million share capital. So this is still based on the guidelines for micro insurance operation as at 2018 in Nigeria. Then we have national micro insurer is 60 million share capital. Then we have Takafu insurance, that is general and family Takafu. So that one is 20 million share capital. So the justification is based on the National Insurance Commission regulations. Then we have private security company / consultants. We have some private security companies, so they must have a minimum of 10 million share capital. So this is based on guideline on requirement for registration of private guard security companies made pursuant to Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps Act of number 2 of 2023. That's the justification for this private security company / consultant. Then number 50 here, we have pension fund / asset custodian. These are the the PFAs, like we have the Stanbic IBTC, the likes of the custodians, and some other pension fund administration. So their own is 2 billion share capital. So it is based on the National Pensions Commission requirement for licensing of pension fund custodians as of February 2005. Then the National Pension Commission revised minimum share capital requirement for licensed pension fund administration as of April 2021. So if you are going into any pension fund business, it's 2 billion share capital. Then we have closed pension fund is 50 million share capital. Then we have pension fund administrator is 5 billion share capital. Then we have all these betting lottery, 5 million, sport lottery, 30 million. So all this is based on section 2, subsection 1 of National Lotteries Amendment Regulation of 2007 and National Lottery Commission Circular. Then we have the air transport, that is all the airlines, that the one that is international is 2 billion. Then we have air transport that is regional is 1 billion. Air transport that is local is 500 million. Then we have air ambulance / fumigation / private jet is 20 million share capital. Then we have aviation, that is ground handling services, is 50 million share capital. This is based on Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority. Then we have aviation, the one that is air transport training and institution is 2 million share capital. Then we have agents of foreign airlines is 1 million share capital. Then we have travel / tours is 30 million. So the justification is International Air Travel Agency, IATA. That's the justification for it. Then we have agricultural seeds, productions, processing, and marketing is 10 million share capital. So if you are going into agricultural business that is in this line, you must have a 10 million share capital. So this is based on NASA Cap 5, Law of the Federal Republic of Nigeria of 2024. Then we have shipping company / agent is 25 million. So this is based on NIMASA guidelines for regulation. Then we have cabotage trade, where is 25 million share capital. Then we have life micro insurance is 150 million. So this is based on guideline for microfinance operations in Nigeria for NICOM as of December 2013. Then we have general micro insurance is 20 million share capital, and the guideline is this NICOM of December 2013. Then we have freight forwarding. Freight forwarding is 5 million share capital. It is based on the registration of freight forwarding regulations of 2010. Then we have payment service bank is 5 billion. Then we have health maintenance organization, that is HMO, that is national in nature, is 400 million paid up share capital. So the share capital must be paid up. So it is based on the National Health Insurance Scheme HMO accreditations guidelines. Then we have health management organization, that is HMO, that is regional in nature, is 200 million paid up share capital, and this is the justification for it. Then last but not the least is health maintenance organization, HMO, that has state outlook, is 100 million paid up share capital. So it is all based on this National Health Insurance Scheme HMO accreditations guideline. So we need to enlighten you on all these videos so that when you are approaching us on any of these categories of business, you must have it in mind that you must meet up all these share capital to be able to register all this business successfully. And this is basically for limited liability company and then the public liability company. So, and aside from this minimum share capital, there are still other license with either the CBN, with the industry that are regulating that particular business, that organization must be able to meet up to be able to stay compliant and avoid issues in that business right from the beginning. So we at Ozone Consulting, we are an accredited CAC agent, and we also do all business compliances from CAC to taxes to audit to accounting to training to business development and every business compliances that you need for your business. So reach out to us any day, anytime, and we'll be able to help you with all your business compliances. So until we meet again in another video, ensure you stay compliant.